Hello, Chaos Trainer slash Chaos Craft fans. Let's go. Moved my Unity when I opened up OBS. Alright, so I've got a little Chaos Trainer midweek update for you. So, last time you guys probably saw this is the non-lethal version of my level. And give you guys a second to look around and see if you can figure out what's new. Alright, you can pause it or I'm just going to let it go. Ready? Notice that -2, oh, went up to an 18. Notice the negative scores there? Why? How could they have a negative score? You know, we're measuring their progress upwards up into here, right? Well, I'm going to crank this up to 100 while I talk, so hopefully get some good scores. I recently created a tool that lets you define multiple fitness functions. Now, with that said, there's not an internet interface for it yet, so technically you can't. Also, you don't have the alpha yet because I haven't released it. But the interface, where is the interface rules? I think it's going to be in. Oh, come on! I've just been staring at this for the past couple hours. You think I'd know where my stuff is? There we go. All right, cool. So here's just some default rules we've got for the moment here. The idea is you can say like, oh, if they enter tile floor, then they get +10. So that's going to be unique tile. So I'm actually going to put another variable in there that says, hey, like you can't enter the same floor tile multiple times and get a score for it. I'm also going to add another one where, like ideally, if you head north, you get additional points. So here's if you hit the waypoint tile, which is this green one up here, then you get an extra 1,000 points. So clearly our highest score right now at 328 is not that high, but we're only in generation 4. So, and then if you hit the lava tile, it's -100, doesn't apply right here. And if you hit the outer wall, it's -1. So if you just keep bumping into the wall, it's not going to do so well for you. So that's the big update this afternoon, is those points there. I also added in the ability to calculate mean score. Oh, there we go. Mean score. Uh-oh, last mean score is not getting populated. And I added in some debug. 380 is a good number. So let's take a look. That's a generation 6. We can view the neural nets. Guess what? I fixed the problem with the lines rendering. So now we can actually see that this guy, connects to a hidden neuron there. It's somewhat acidine, but I wrote a new algorithm that won't allow them to connect like hidden neuron to hidden neuron to hidden neuron, because that's fine to do it once, but if you do it a bunch of times, that's really annoying and not good. And then another thing I can do, just drop this down to 1 for a second. I'll drop that down to 1. Is I also made it so I don't get stuck on walls so easily. Evidently, I had to create a new physics material 2D for that. But I can click. So we've got this guy. He's got a score of 380. Oh yeah, here I haven't even looked at this yet. It's tough for you guys to see here, and I got to figure out how to do this alpha better. But you can see where it got its scores from. It lost, some for -1 for that and 10 for that. And I don't have scrolling on this. I literally did this 3 minutes ago to add that in there. That's cool that it's working. Well, you can see it's got for entering the outer wall or for touching the outer wall, basically. I'm going to put some fancier words in front of it, but in the back end it's tile enter. It gets a -1. And I'm also going to make that so that's not unique, because that's why it actually has a higher score than it would, because probably this guy would get really failed out there. But a cool thing is I can also hit follow, which lets me see the thing's path, so where it went, kind of. And then what I can do is also respawn it. So this guy's evidently he's freaking out. This is giving me like a seizure here. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Oh, that doesn't look good. um, this guy is easily stuck. So when they have a random spawn start and a random direction they're facing, and also there's other ones that spawn up with it. So when I hit respawn, it's changes that, and so that's why we're not seeing the exact same behavior right now, because he's not that smart and he must have just gotten lucky. It's possible he bounced off another entity when he did this. Um, he's unaware of entities right now, but and when they turn gray, they're dead. So that's why we don't see the same thing every time I hit respawn. It's not like they're all just following the exact same path, because we're actually dependent on inputs versus some of the other YouTube neat methods you probably have seen out there where they just try and solve a preset thing. We're actually very heavily determined on the inputs. So if he's facing slightly different and he doesn't bounce off this other guy, then it's possible he'll never get set on that path in particular. So that's why we're not seeing that, but well, it's no use clicking on that guy's path. Let's check out another species that's up there. 207. 207. Let's go ahead and, what is he? Generation 9? Yeah. Close. Generation 9. Let's view his neural net just because it's always interesting. So it's just got, and if it's blue here, by the way, that means it's negative, and if it's thinner, that means it's like closer to 0.1, versus a 1, or -1, I guess in this case, because it's blue. And so I can respawn him a couple times and see what he does. And then I've got the save button here, where I'm going to soon be able to save these guys and then reload them from the latest. But I'm still playing around with this species stuff. Like, that's why you're seeing some additional debugging and me tweaking my fitness functions now. So with that all said, that is today's short update. I made a lot of progress in a very few amount of days on the tools here, and I have seen guys get all the way up to here. If I hit this 1,000, if we wait another 5 minutes and I yammer on, there's a good shot at this. I should look into how to pause this thing here. If anybody knows how to pause OBS, I guess I could just Google it. But I'll save you guys the time. We'll save that for another video. I also need to make it a way to clear this debug stuff. I score 390. I'm just at 380. 390 is pretty good. Let's take a look at 390. That's a Gen 2, so I'm betting that's pretty much luck. The middle number being generation there. So that's luck. But yeah, I'm going to figure out what that means not going. But we're making progress here. You guys are soon going to be able to define your own fitness functions and set your own levels, and have save your own bots and trade them, and got to catch them all. No, I mean, you guys will be able to train your own up to do whatever you want. So I'm getting there. Check me out. It's the usual end of story stuff. Check us out on Discord if you want to follow along. I don't think I always do this one, but follow me on Twitter if you're interested. Be my guest. Keep up to date on stuff like that, and tweet at me. I don't know. Not the biggest Twitter guy, but yeah, all you guys' support helps. If the alpha goes well, hopefully we'll make this thing into a full-out game that you guys can play. So I got a lot of big plans for this. So thank you guys. Take care and keep evolving. Maybe that should be my tagline. Keep evolving? No. Let me know if you like it. Thanks. Bye.